So it's Thanksgiving break at my school, which is the same week as every school in the United States probably. And we decided to drive 9 hours to Iowa, and we are going to look for some of these animals. I just found this feather in the grass over there, and we're at our hotel. We just checked in, and we're going to go to the field. A late start, but it's fine. We're going to go see if we see any pheasants. As you can tell, this is what this area looks like. There's a bunch of cornfields that have been harvested out here to our left and our right. And there's a couple wind turbines that are spinning. So we're going to go get with this group that we're looking for, and we're going to go hunting with them. So we've made it to the first location. Behind me, as you can tell, there's a hog pen, and it stinks like crazy. But we're going to be hunting this field right out here, and that's where the pheasants are, so we'll see what happens. So we made it to the gravel road. We're about 100 yards or so from that hog pen that we showed in the beginning, and we're walking down trying to find where our group went, because they started before us because we got here a little bit later than they did, mostly because my dad had work and I had school, and so Friday they got here, but it's Saturday. We had to go check into the hotel. There's my dad. He's walking. He's trying to figure out what we're doing. And then now we're walking up to this terrace thing. That's what my dad called it. He called it a terrace. And we're going to get the high ground to try and figure out where in the world the group is. So this was a surprise trip and all. My dad surprised me by going up to Iowa instead of us going with my grandparents like I thought we were going to do. And so the basics of pheasant hunting, you basically walk through a field like you see what we're doing here. You have your gun ready to shoot, and you wait until a bird pops up, and if it's a rooster, which the group yells out cock. If it's a rooster, if they yell at cock, you better have your gun on the bird and shoot before someone else does, if it's safe to do so. But if it's a hen, you are not to shoot it because it's illegal to do so. So you have to watch out. I did. Just got our first day, half day of hunting in, and we didn't see anything but a few hens, and my phone ran out of storage, so I'm gonna have to clear up some storage or buy some more, so we'll see what happens in the morning. So it's our second day of our hunt. We didn't see anything but hens yesterday, and my phone ran out of storage, so I didn't get enough good videos, but that's fine. We're gonna try it again today and see what pheasants we're going to see. It is 45 right now or something like that, so it's not very cold, but we'll see what happens. Quick scenery update for y'all. Out here in Iowa, there's nothing but a bunch of gravel roads and a bunch of cornfields to our left and right.
Damn, Jace.
There's a pheasant that just crossed the road. Me not paying attention, there it is. That's a pheasant. Okay, back to the environment report. The gravel roads are very dusty. There's a bunch of cornfields, and it's all gravel roads. And here's what the views look like. So we finally made it to our first location. It's over there. It's a big field that we have to walk. We're gonna set up some, they called it blockers or something, and then we're gonna walk it, and then we're gonna shoot the pheasants that we ruffle out of it there. And we're shooting all the males, the cocks. So over the weekend, well not really weekend, it was about 3-4 days of hunting. This was the largest field that we hunted, and we got lucky. A different group of hunters who also had contact with the families that were land we're hunting on, they were there when we got there, and so we talked to them. They had the 3 dogs that, one of the dogs we were supposed to use, they had 2 personal dogs, and so we got to also use their dogs, and we walked out the whole entire length of this field one time, when normally it would have taken 2 or 3 times. That is a bunch of people walking across it. I don't know how long the field was, but I mean, it was 20 foot apart people, and one end shooting, you couldn't even hear the shot when they got a couple roosters down. Now, because my phone ran out of storage a couple times, I didn't get to video the whole entire length of the field, but one time I did turn around, and my dad also turned around, and the dude from the other group turned around, and we both shot at the same time and dropped a bird. But we did not know who killed this bird, but we called it my dad, so my dad got that credit to that bird. As you can see, jumping in front of me is the dog. That's the dog we hunt with. His name's Belle, I think. Now that's their dog. They're two dogs, and they help flush up a bunch of pheasants. As you can tell, the video ended there. My phone ran out of storage again. We thought we fixed it, but we actually didn't. But it was fine. You could see them dogs walking the field. And the rest of the field, we just jumped up a couple more hens and stuff like that. So we then drove down the gravel road a piece, and then got to this big ditch. I filmed a little bit of it because I deleted a couple of photos on my phone, making it where I could record. But the ditch worked out pretty successful. A couple other group members got a couple birds. One, he killed it, and then it fell down, and we couldn't even find it. So we walked back over there and found it. So I think we got 2 or 3 birds out of that ditch. I think 2. And so it was pretty successful. Set it in the ditch, all the way down there. So here I go walking through the ditch, and to my right is another group member, and we both walk through the ditch, jumping up other pheasants. In this video, you can't see them. You do have to avoid a bunch of washouts and stuff like that, and it's a very steep, challenging job. You can also see all the other group members that are on the other side, and there's one to the left of my dad who's filming, and they all shoot pheasants. Rooster, cock! So, as you seen in the last clip, there was that ditch that we ran. We flushed out a couple of roosters and killed 2 of them. But my phone ran out of storage, so I couldn't video them. But I finally got a little bit more storage by deleting some old videos and stuff. And we're gonna see if I can video this next field that we're going to. So this sport, unlike deer hunting and stuff, you just walk across the field and make as much noise as you can, trying to jump up off the roosters. And they do run in front of you. That's why you set up blockers. But you just walk across the field and they sometimes jump up. And it's pretty cool to watch them jump up. It's easy to tell which one's a rooster or a hen because when the rooster jumps up, it's all colorful and stuff. And when the hen jumps up, it's just a dull gray bird. So, yeah. Right in front of the camera, you can see our blockers that are set up. They sit there at the end of the field waiting to see if any birds come up. They sometimes do come up right at the end of the field, but it is a very rare case, but it can happen. So we're about to hunt this field right here, I think, and we're going to have to walk it, and it's pretty big, and we also got a dog that we're going to use on this hunt, so we're going to see what happens. So you can see the dog jumping up in front of me. So he's running out in front of us trying to jump up the birds. To my left is my dad. He's across the ditch. There's a pretty big ditch down there. And it's too steep to walk in it, so we can't, all the birds are going to run through it. And to my right is two other people, and they're just walking. Where's the bird, fella? So this was pretty much the end of the field, and we didn't see any birds. I did, while getting out of the field, because the truck was on the other side, the rooster did jump up. No one was able to shoot it, but I don't even think a rooster jumped up. I think they were just messing with me. So this is the next field. We weren't even going to hunt this field, but as soon as we got out of the truck over there where the furthest person was standing, about 12 birds jumped out from under the tree while we were getting out of our vehicles. So they're going to go this way. That was a pretty good sign, and we saw a couple of hens walking throughout this field. I do wish we saw more, but it was pretty good. Since we did see so many birds jumping up from under the tree as soon as we started, this was a perfect place to look while it was misting, as there's so many trees along the ditch line, except we very seldomly saw any birds come out from under the tree. But later on we did see them come up. So the field split multiple times. This is the first split. As you can tell, that truck is sitting back there. That's the truck that our blockers have been sitting in. And then these two people here are the people who've been walking on the other side of the field, flushing out the pheasants on that side. Of course, some of the pheasants, as we found out and thought of, they've been running throughout the ditch, but it's fine. Yeah, there's two of them now. I don't know why I shot the second time. Gave it a warning. Yeah. As you can tell from that little spot, we stopped and made one rooster jump up, which I think is pretty cool. That means he was running out in front of us. And then you could hear the partner to the left of us saying that there's a total of 8 birds that jumped out of this little hole and a little bit ahead of the place. A bunch of them were hens, and the roosters that we saw, they weren't able to be shot. But we still were able to shoot at one bird. And that warning shot was actually called for because my choke was good enough to shoot many feet away, and it was... So we made it to the second split of the field, and you can hear my dad talking to the other partners about what they should do. And we decided they should walk all the way down to the end and then come back across instead of crossing the ditch to see if they could see any pheasants, which they didn't see any, but it was fine. We're walking to get to the be parallel with them once they get back. So as you can see in that footage, I had real good footage, a couple birds spooked up and stuff, but then after a while my phone died, which caused the problem that we had. So my phone died. We kept on walking, and then finally we spooked up a rooster. It went up in the air. I pulled up my shotgun, I let him, and then I shot and I hit him, and my still, I had a full choke. I think it was like an extra full or something, and it acted like a big lead ball, and it punched him out of there and it rolled him, spin him out, and he fell to the ground. So I got my first bird, and I think it's my first moving bird, because every time I'd go duck hunting, I kill a swimming bird, not a flying bird. So that's good. I killed my first pheasant, so we're gonna see what happens.